PC.
Oh, I definitely didn't vote for him. His name was too long on the ballot thing, so I only read like half of it, and I was like, I don't know.
PC Sawan Pokai.
That's not how you pronounce it.
That is how you pronounce it.
He told me one time that you enunciate one of these syllables more than you should.
No. I corrected that. That's how you pronounce it.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, if PC gets out of watching the Hunger Games with some Waka brethren, he could chime in on that.
We are live. It's 3 up, 3 down. The official podcast of Waka VA Peninsula, not to be confused with all those unofficial ones. We're here to talk about the VA Peninsula end-of-season tournament. All the results, and run through that real quick, and then we're going to announce the All-Peninsula team.
We decided to scratch that. We recently decided to scratch that.
Yes. I want to say for the first time that we've been together, I think that Brent's beard has surpassed Jort's in thickness and maybe in length.
I don't even think it's a contest, actually.
Oh, you kick a man while he's down.
This is just an
I wasn't even on the ballot.
This is just an observation. As a man that just definitely respects both of your guys' facial hair and overall quality, girth, length, and color.
Y'all some heartless motherfuckers.
It's a combination. I'm just saying, you know
how far and how fast I drove to be here, and then
I feel like Brent is purposely growing it out to spite you, and you like to keep it trim. You have found, as you've had your beard over the years, that's the perfect length you want to keep it. I see it. I see where you trim.
It is absolutely to spite him.
He is not trimming.
There is no other motivation than to spite this man and just prove my dominance and superiority.
In a sad turn of events, beard-wise, though, we did see that Devlin had shaved his beard or trimmed it up. He said that he was tired of food getting in the way, and referenced one time where he was eating a bowl of soup, and it's tough times when you eat the soup. I didn't even think about that, but that's a pretty funny picture to have in your head.
I get these. One time I was up there teaching and it got stuck in my teeth. I was like,
the old natural flaws.
I've yet to run into that problem yet.
Yeah, because you have a woman's beard.
How's this a woman's beard?
Your face looks like a woman's nether region.
George's stash is pretty good. He's like a Wilford Brimley mustache. Just to keep it in the Waka style. You kind of got you trim it up pretty good though, right there. I can see that. Yeah.
I don't want to do
You're both men though. Remember that. Manly men.
You lost the.
Yeah. I'm out.
Yep.
I'm quitting.
Yeah, the results page.
I finally found it. No thanks to that shit page your company puts together.
Hey.
Yeah, could use some work.
Yeah, man, I was actually it's a boring story. Yeah. No, I was just Saturday,
we don't want to hear what you have to say.
I was updating the scores on the website real time, and then it just wiped all the scores out. End of story.
You should bring that up on your next conference call.
Yeah. Where's the pre-pod comps call?
I love conference calls.
It was funny though, as
meaning to your existence.
Just to put this in perspective, because it's 8:00, so I've assumed the position.
8:36.
Yeah. I'm going back to 8:00. 8:00, I was sitting down assuming the position. Brent decides that he wants to put together some picture PowerPoint type stuff. Do I ask to help? No. We sat in silence for probably 20 minutes. Me just surfing the internet. Occasionally copying and pasting a picture for him to use, aka one picture.
Yeah.
So what's happening on TMZ? I know where you like to go.
The usual. I saw that a country music singer came out of the closet.
Nice.
Yeah, Ty Herndon. I never heard of him before. I'm sure if I hear a song, I'm like, oh, okay, that guy. And then they're like, oh yeah, and a second country music star came out. And I was like researching that. It's Billy Gilman. I was like, dude, Billy Gilman made one song when he was 13. About, I can't even know, it was some slow ballad type thing. He's not a star. I mean, he looked like Haley Joel Osment before
And
he
you
got
say
fat.
I lose viewers when I talk about what I'm interested in.
So let's talk.
I don't
Hey,
know. I don't know.
you sent me on that path, man.
Let's talk about the resting pitch face.
Yeah, my guys. Oh man, only one here on the panel who picked them, put them in my bracket. My boys came through big. You know, I was at the beginning of our game. They started a little earlier, and they're just blasting balls. I saw Manny Zapata, I think, with a ding. I don't know if he got third or got all the way home.
It was a home run.
A home run. Casey Heck with a big boom. I saw Keith pop one out there.
Keith Moore had a home run as well. Yeah.
The big legs were doing it. They were not resting Saturday morning.
Kind of what we talked about in the preview show, which is that, I think Kick in a Box wasn't ready for that 9 a.m. start time. They looked really taken aback by the offensive power of resting pitch face. And, yeah, it took them an inning or two before they got their feet underneath. And to their credit, they did come back, and they started putting some pressure on there. But it was they dug themselves in quite a bit of a hole.
Yeah, the resting pitch face put them to rest with an 11-4 win. The number 18 seed coming up big in the play-in game. This is part of what I love about the play-in games. You get someone like resting pitch face, hadn't had a lot of success this year, and then bam, big win, big tournament win. Gotta love it. Live to fight another round.
Hampton boys let me down, man. It was upsetting.
Another one I picked in that opening round, Breaking Brad over the Fireballs, a closer match, a 7-5 win for the Brads.
Yeah, every time I looked over there, dude, it was like Breaking Brad was scoring runs. I was surprised when I saw the final was as close as it was, because it looked like, just based on the body language of both sidelines, that the Brads were walking away with it. Ian Flute, very powerful man in his own right, kicked a home run in that game. I know at least that. They were good performance by the Brads.
I definitely went 0 for 2 in my play-em games, which would seem to be the trend in my bracket busting.
1 point above chalk. Is that it?
Mm-hmm. Which just goes to show you, I don't know anything about making picks. About anything.
Really gonna piss me off when we announce the results.
Hey man, I'm here for entertainment. Man.
Best podcaster.
I'm fucking flavor, babe.
Yeah. I hope everyone heard that.
I'm so angry. But I'm out too.
Yeah. Good luck. Yeah, you're the best. Carry this shit. Put it on your shoulders and carry it.
Yeah,
Let's see how you like it,
man.
voters. Man, I'm just.
I will
shit.
definitely.
Umpire,
I will
podcaster. Fuck.
I will talk about Pitch Perfect 2 for 30 minutes. I don't care. I'm here for the entertainment. That's it. You guys need to get your head out of your asses and do what you do. You make history references and you give me stats.
Where our heads in our wait.
We all have a role here. My role is what I do.
All right, what's the next game?
Yeah, Matt, what's the next game? Hold on, let me take this off my computer and then
you look at the same thing when you're talking about your games.
All right,
so
we
why would
had
you take that away.
Also at 9 a.m., boom, hot dogs and tacos. I referenced this had been a close match in the regular season. Not so much in this one. Boom, blowing the doors off. Wasn't even close. Just that drip drop runs every inning. 9-0. Shut the hot dogs down. But that Jeremy Smithy was really well dressed for the game.
He was. I saw him in a later game as he was a referee for the quarterfinals. And, he was looking pretty spiffy out there. I complimented him on his wardrobe and tights.
That's right. He did assist me in umpiring your game.
Yes.
2 of your games, which I umpired very well, according to everyone but Kyle Lewis.
I don't think that this was
I umpire any games on Saturday.
Yeah.
I was too busy playing.
I don't think this was a shock to anybody. Boom was a finals appearance last season, so for them to come off hot with a 9-0 win against HD&T, I think we all called that.
Yeah, and Sneak Attack got a long day started at 10 a.m. hour. And you know what? I think the going wisdom now is you beat Balzania 3-0, you're going to win a championship. Exactly as Plan B did in the spring.
That's right.
In their quarterfinal game with Balzania. A good team who underperformed this season. And had a nice game with them. And, maybe sneak attack coming out a little slow early. But hats off to Balzania. Great effort. Didn't see the game, but, you beat them 3-0. You got to feel good.
Yeah. We all got a chance to see sneak attack throughout the rounds there. And to keep it 3-0, I think it's a very, very well good showing there.
Jolly good.
Mm-hmm.
It was a really short-handed Balzania team, too. So they showed a lot of heart in that.
Yeah, I remember the injury.
Actually, from what I understand, it was supposed to. It was actually some of the guys from Balzania, Ben and George. I talked to them in the fields, and they said that it was really only like a play or two away from being a 1-0 game. So they played them real close.
Yeah, another close game in those early rounds. My first incorrect pick of the day for personal reasons. But happy to see the foul balls of the 3-1 win over kick pitches get money. The foul balls were hyped up about this. I saw the trending on their page was Dream Killers, which gotta love that. I think this was the 7-10 game. So good on them. With a tournament-tested pitcher and a lot of experience up and down the lineup. That's a good game. Kick pitches get money their first season. I talked to them during tournament day. They hope to be back. They're planning on it.
Yeah.
So they can build on that. First tournament experience could be a little bit of jitter.
Just in general, they seem to kind of they started out the season really hot, and then they kind of limped across the finish line. Their last couple of weeks were a little bit rocky, and then they got put out by the foul balls experience. So be a long winter for Coach Feller.
I talked to a couple of them after the game. They said that the offense just was not there. Well, that happens when you face a caliber pitcher like Mark Flores. It can be tough to get those bunts across and get on base. But you got to look at the outside parameters as well. This is a tournament here. It's a little different atmosphere than your War Memorial Stadium on the Wednesdays. Yeah. Different vibe. The energy level's a little bit higher. It is in the morning. Some people aren't the early risers. Those people are, though. Kick pitches get money. They be at that gym at like 5:30
Maybe that was their mistake. You go out, you work out too much in the morning.
Yeah. Well,
Jeff actually did work out this morning.
That's crazy.
That's just stupid.
I actually do the opposite of workout. I just eat like a bunch of nachos and drink beer before I head out there.
I drink heavily. Then my circuit tournament tradition, I have a chocolate frosted donut and a Coke. I just had the worst thing you can imagine. Well, I did it in D.C. because that was the only thing in the gas station across from the hotel.
That was all they had.
Yeah, and then,
we got gas, we got donuts, and we got Coke.
And
you fill up, you buy your shit, you eat your shit, you get out of my store.
You got what I need. Hey, you got what I need. But you say you're just a gas station, but you got Coke and frosted donuts.
Speaking of delightful treats in the morning for tournaments, dude, at Big Jeff Schilt had those high-quality baked cookies around there.
He did.
Yeah, those were on point, son. On point.
Oh, man, they were good. I had one of those.
Very hospitable. I was really sad. They were my dark horse team all season. I was sad for the early exit. But
they went out to pasture early.
I'm confident it's going to be a building block to much more success.
Dark blue.
Also, we had the Heads 8-1 win over the Chaotic Kills. Not a lot to say there. Expected result. Yeah, really not a lot to say there.
Yeah.
Why'd you give up a run?
Yeah, what's your problem?
Kills came out strong. They got us that Chris Storer
1-0.
He put up. I mean, he was really aggressive in going first to home against us in the first inning, and kind of woke us up where we're like, oh shit, we're not just going to show up and win this game. We better actually start playing hard because they were playing hard. But in the end, the switch got flipped on, and
The natural ability started to show through.
Keith wasn't the only Morehart who had a home run this day.
Oh.
Jeff Morehart going to deep left field.
Deep
over,
left.
Pops' head. And the ball just got...
Or a really old man's head.
No.
You're making it sound impressive.
It was impressive. Because it was one of those ones where he was like, oh shit. And he was just back there. Why are you coming really old, man?
You said he kicked a home run over a guy named Pops. I mean, I could head down to Autumn Hill retirement home and blast a few homers myself.
Athletic presence known as Pops. There was Grandmama Larry Johnson. I don't know about
but that was actually Larry Johnson.
Yeah.
So, man, I had the best Larry Johnson T-shirt in elementary school.
And the Hornets, that nice teal. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, boy. Game, I thoroughly enjoyed umpiring.
Real dope if like Pops was like.
Oh yeah, no. Let's talk about what you were.
Let's go back right before we were gonna go into the segue.
He was talking like a Kyrie Irving type of deal. Where it's like really. Maybe that's what Mark Flores is. He's like.
So you're saying that Mark Flores dresses up like an old person, which he looks like
really
now
a
is an old
man. He just comes with like all the makeup.
Mark Flores, I don't think you actually look that way. I think you make yourself look old. That's what you're getting.
Well, how else do you explain how he throws that?
I think he's found the fountain of youth. He's probably one of the Tuck Everlasting people.
Like Kyrie Irving.
Yeah,
what's it called?
It's like Uncle Uncle something.
Yeah.
Some sort of urban name.
Yes.
Kyrie Irving needs to slow down and play like someone's uncle.
Yeah.
Ruining that big three.
Speaking of slowing down.
Yeah, a game I really enjoyed umpiring at the 10 o'clock hour. My upset special pick from the week before.
It was very close.
Almost made it happen for me.
Almost.
Rumspringa squeaked out a 2-0 win over the recess rejects. The rejects were balling.
They were.
It was all, and big props to their pitcher, Jason
Benz.
Thank you. That team name is wrong.
I know.
I wish it wasn't though.
He was dealing on the mound all day.
He was.
Yeah, he was
throwing a lot of throws.
Yeah, and like nice pitches, moving things around. And also in the home scoreless, there was a play at the plate. And very close call. Ant Levy sliding in. Lopez getting that down tag on him just in time, and there were runners coming around the rest of it. So if he misses that,
it could have been a different story.
Yeah, this could have been a tie game. This could have been woo.
And Levy was definitely the offensive MVP trying to get that rally going for recess rejects. I mean, this was –
that's what he did all year, though.
Yeah, this was 0-0 heading into the fourth. I mean, this was a defensive lockdown matchup. And Rumspringa actually had bases loaded twice and once with 0 outs, and we still couldn't get it done. It was a great defense by recess rejects. I think we definitely came in there a little lackadaisical, and we paid the price for it for a while. Definitely yelled at Troy. Bases loaded, and we just wanted him to kick away to at least get something on the board. And this man bunts down on first, and they're able to tag him out. And that's, of course, I'm up to kick. I'm not doing anything good.
Why did Troy do that?
Oh, well, exactly. Ask Katie Lytle. I mean, she gave him a stern look. But Troy made up for it by kicking it deep to score those 2 runs in for us, which all Rumspringa girls were on the bases, FYI, for that. And then he was the one that caught it in the outfield and right field and threw it into Lopez to get that out on Levy. So you're talking about a man that was showing up, knew that his time had come.
Atoned for his sins.
Yes, that's what I'm going for there. Payback's a bitch. So
probably one of the most. I would say he's probably one of the most prolific kickers in the league.
Troy?
Yeah,
he's a good kicker.
He's a really good kicker.
You're going on prolific status. I mean, he's a little injury prone. He's like I'm trying to take shots at me. I love him.
Situations first game of the day, as expected, 2 touchdowns over Breaking Brad. Not a lot to say about that one.
That's all I got to say about that.
That's all I have to say about that.
3-inning contest.
Hammers opened up their day after the Wrestling Pitch Face got their play-in win, and they kept it pretty tight. Hammers scored the 5-0 victory over the Wrestling Pitch Face.
That's all I got.
Actually, no, it was really tight though, because it was through. We were playing you guys on the field that was right next to it, and I'd go out there and every inning I was like, "Hey, Mike, what's the score now?" Mike being the center fielder for Hammerhead or for Hammers, and I said 0-0. It was like,
wait, he's not the first baseman?
No, he's not the first baseman.
He's the outfielder.
Outfielder, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He played outfield, and so I would talk to him because he's my friend. And say, "Hello, Mike. How's it going?" 0-0.
Salutations.
Into the third inning. So, like, these Wrestling Pitch Face guys, they came to play, man. And that just goes to show you, like, I guess a broader point is that here you got the 18th seeded team. They won 1 game all season, and they come into the tournament. They win their first round game, and then they take the 2 seed. Like, really, three-fifths of that game.
Into the 4th inning.
Yeah, that's,
tie game.
The gap between the top and the bottom isn't as wide as you would imagine.
Like
sometimes
to believe.
think, So that's why I like it that everyone shows up to the tournament. And this year everyone did. We've had all 18 teams field.
That was nice.
You never know.
Which I think that's
maybe 1 year a 14 seed can win.
Yeah. When was the last time that happened where all the teams were able to field and play?
I remember the last time a 14 seed won.
Spring.
Oh, well, never mind. Why do I assume people are always forfeiting? That could be some other leagues that I'm playing in or something.
I mean, sometimes it happens. It's just not a good weekend, but just the last 2 seasons.
Not a good weekend.
I don't know.
Nobody marks this on their calendar 3 months ahead of time?
I'm marking on my calendar.
I kind of do. Usually I got to work, but
Also in that second round, we had Boom in the Heads. This game, like I said, had been a 1-0 for the Heads in the regular season and went much the same way. Like, you could chalk this up to about 3 plays in the game. And I'm not 3 just really close plays.
The first one was luck. I know what you're going to do. Just straight up lucky break for us.
Oh, and the ball bounced. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just going to say that. Yeah.
I'll be,
but I'm there at first, coaching first. I see the throw start coming, and I see it's missing wildly. And so I just start rolling my arm for Schaaf to go to second, and I flabbergasted when the ball hits him on the back of the foot and bounces back into play so they can make the play at third. Ugh.
Yeah, to set it up. For those who may not have been following, we had Josh Carr was on first base. This is the first inning. Obviously, no outs. Justin Schaaf comes up, puts a nice bunt down. Curtis, the heads catcher, comes out, does a spin throw that's off target. It nips.
It was well off. Like I said, as I see the ball flying, I'm like, oh,
that's
off
target.
Oh, yeah.
It bounces off Justin, so he's out. And it bounces straight to
Nick.
Yeah, probably Nick at first base, and he just makes a throw across the diamond to get Josh sliding in at third. So all of a sudden, what looked like it's going to be a really promising start for Boom just gets wiped out, and it's 2 outs. Yeah.
Suckers.
And then on the other end of that inning, 2 outs. Getting out at first, catch Joe Prezo, your leadoff, in a sort of a bugaboo at third, and Ryan Warner just barely misses him, trying to peg him out at third, and there go 2 runs.
You never want to peg.
And there's your ball game, ladies and gentlemen. You could boil it down to 2 plays in the first inning. From there, it was just like the game went in the regular season. Tight. No one giving up much.
Toy.
Yeah. I had a really nice bunt.
I like this. I like this next game. Hayward Kilps 2, 11 a.m. Interventions 4.
But apparently that got interventions the win.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's Kilps 2, 11 a.m. Interventions 4.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah. Apparently field 4 is greater than 11 a.m. There's your W, Interventions.
How did that one get? That's what I'm talking about.
If you put Hayward Kilps 2, if they put up 11 a.m. and then they played Panic in the Disco and they put up 9 in the afternoon, who would win? I gotta go Kilps 2. You think Interventions at 4 would be Panic at this Disco at 9 in the afternoon?
Yeah.
All right, well, everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Yep, and I'm right.
Heard that.
So an 8-9 matchup, no idea what the score was because Brent's terrible at his job, but the Intervention's the 9 seed.
I was going to say 4-0. Let's go with that.
The minor upset.
4-1.
I can't remember the score. I can look it up on Twitter.
I was actually watching this game. It was a pretty relaxing game from what I can remember. Like, I didn't see like a whole lot of it was just kind of smooth, man. People were just like doing whatever, just tossing the rock. I was like, nobody seems to really be like hardcore into this.
Pass me the rock.
Just going through the motions, man.
That win earned the Interventions a date with the situation. A date which ended with spilled wine and tears out in the parking lot. That situation rolled 9-2. Eric Stevens, apropos to nothing, walking across the field, announced that they had scored runs on them and therefore they were ready to be beaten. I
like that, man. I like that swag.
It turned out to actually be correct, but I still don't know who he was addressing.
Yeah.
Just announcing it for the world, man.
Yeah, it makes sense.
He softened them up.
Yeah, maybe the sneak attack hurt him. Also, foul balls, the Dream Killers, their dreams died at the hands of the Hammers. They got hammered down now. 12-1. The Hammers were hitting their stride in that one.
And the stride continue as Sneak Attack put just a X and O whoop ass against Rumspringa at 10-1.
Yeah, 6 runs in the first inning. That was just
really surprising how a lot of this first round games with the higher seeds were closer than some of the second round games. I don't usually see that. Usually it gets tougher as it goes on, but
yeah, I did umpiring this one. Kyle Lewis, you're terrible. Sneak Attack was surgical at the plate. I think, and I said this walking away from the game to someone. I was like, if they place the ball like that, no one's going to beat them today. Prophetic words from me, because like it wasn't like Rumspringa was making bad throws, not catching balls. No, they were just planting it where they wanted to.
When I walked over there, that's the way I walked through. I guess during the biggest inning, and it wasn't like you guys were making errors or throwing a ball around. Like you said, it's just they were just precise.
There's nothing I could do.
No, man, you got a little frustrated.
I mean, I tried to.
I was very frustrated.
I tried to give you 1 bounce strikes.
Yeah,
when
I know.
Kyle was up. I did what I could.
Yeah, but ain't none of my business. Well, when you're 8th All-Peninsula, these things are gonna happen.
You're gonna get that respect from me behind the plate. That's what's gonna happen.
I was gassed out. I was just full of Coors Light and Fireball, and just gotta get back to that gym. God.
Yeah, man, we miss you.
Yeah, I miss you too.
I don't. That got us to the Final Four. We had Situation Sneak Attack, the 1v5. Then we had Heads and Hammers, the 2v3. You're expecting some hot matchups here, and this was boring.
Yeah, Sneak Attack. I looked over. And I was like, man, what's the score? And he was like 4-0 Sneak Attack. It was like right off the bat, I feel like either first or second inning they put up those runs. And
I went to get a couple of big bites from the 7-Eleven. I came back and I was like, what's going on over there? Forgot who I was talking to, and they're like, Sneak Attack is putting it on them. I was like, whoa, putting it on them?
Yeah. Describe putting it on them, because that could be a very vague term.
Yeah, but when you're 2 elite teams, 4-0. That's kind of putting it on you.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So that was very noteworthy. And obviously these two teams They played Wednesday night. Situation, got the win 2-1. They've played several times in their different names over the last 8 years, 7 years, or whatever. So there's a lot of history between the two teams. Sneak attack, and they came ready to play. Like I said, Wednesday night, hard to beat a good team twice in one season, let alone twice in a row.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where it came down to. So, I forgot. I was going to make another point, but I forgot it.
Yeah, but you're an idiot. So
Yeah.
we'll move on. What? You got a problem with what I'm doing here?
Not at all.
All right. Alpha Dog on the podcast. Vote again for that. In the other half of
You're
the
making me want to revote.
I voted for you, so my conscience is
You're
clear.
putting me in my spot right now.
other half of the semifinals,
I'm a beta.
shut up. The Heads and the Hammers. The Heads drop their head on the Hammers. You still have a stupid mascot who can't see what's right in front of him. And the Hammers apparently could not see that the Heads were going to score 7 runs on them. I watched some of this. I was eating big bites, so I don't really remember what happened.
Oh, you go into like some sort of like food coma, like you black out when you eat some big bites.
Oh, and then Katie and Joey brought me some taquitos during this game. Man, I was on cloud 15,
Me too.
way above cloud 9. No, you did not have any taquitos.
No, but I was on
All
cloud
right.
15 because we put it on those Hammers. This is another, just like sneak attack situation, a rematch from the previous Wednesday night's rivalry week, and they beat us down, man. They really they dominated us Wednesday night, and this was a good opportunity. I was glad that we both got a
flip the
chance to
script.
meet. Yeah, so we punched our way right to the finals. Yeah, they just a few things went against them, and we took their heart.
No, sharks had hearts.
They have really stupid hearts that don't work well.
They got circulatory systems just like any other animal.
That's what's up.
Actually, Brent, not like any other animal.
Oh, here we go.
Several animals have an open circulatory system where the blood just flows over the organs and is absorbed. Not like a closed circulatory system.
Is that like a
which I think
jellyfish?
is what you're referring to.
Jellyfish does.
Like an earthworm has an open circulatory system.
You have an open circulatory system.
I do not, Brent. I would be dead if that were the case. That's dumb.
You'd be dead.
Yeah, I would. That's what I said.
So half
It's not
of the shark was presumed dead in the semifinals. So we head to the finals where the other half of the shark would try to take sneak
Do you
attack.
think it got cut laterally, like along the
Oh,
dorsal?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it really couldn't see anything. Now you got one eye off to the side.
Uh-huh.
Couldn't see that sneak attack coming. Couldn't see that throw from left right field coming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, tell me about this play. I heard you guys talking about it a lot in the chat about this play.
About what? Are we in the finals already?
Yeah, we are in
We're in
the
the
finals
finals.
right now. We have dissected the shark in the half, and now.
I'm almost done with this PowerPoint.
You'll be done.
So go ahead, George. Give us the rundown of this play while he does what he needs to do.
Set it up for us.
All right. Sneak attack had controlled this game,
They did.
and they had held off some threats from the Heads.
Mm-hmm.
A great tip and catch by Chris Bennett, who was just doing work at the charger position. And they had pushed across those runs sort of with the middle of their order to get that 2-0 lead. This had the feeling of a final, like when a final has that feeling, this had the feeling of a final. Everything was like
Tight.
tensed up.
The
Yeah.
atmosphere was there, man. A lot of people stuck around. It was
It
pretty
was
cool.
tight like Jeremiah Newton's beard. Just everything was right about it. And then the Heads, and looking at it as they came through the order, it looked like it was done for them. Honestly, like if you're viewing the game at that point, sneak attack got that second run, and then it was just like, oh, here you go.
Mm-hmm.
They shut them down again. ball game over. Honestly, I had grabbed my things and started to move. And then I stopped because I was like, because the head's got a couple runners on. I was like, oh, okay. I need to see what happens here.
To set that up, we went into that 5th inning down.
Didn't we just set it up?
I think we did, but Brent wants to say to get on.
I'll say, yeah. So what? No, the first 2 guys up that inning, Kyle Tyson, take a moment to talk about him, man. He was throwing gas. He was, like obviously.
I'd like to see him get me out.
He
sometimes.
He actually he got the first 2 guys to pop up their bunts, and then Jeff Morehart came up, and I was on deck.
Yeah, man, life is a beautiful struggle.
And I was just like, I fouled out my first at bat, so I was really
like a bitch.
Not confident.
No. I was very confident.
Oh, okay.
Very flaccid.
Other people were not confident.
Right.
I'm sure.
I was not.
I'm sure no one else was confident. like if anyone else was confident that I was going to come through, they're I don't know, they're assholes.
Yeah,
I guess.
Tony Robbins is probably confident.
But
everyone was saying like, oh,
it's like, oh fuck,
ball game.
Yeah.
Right on the everyone else is packing up all their stuff.
That is when I packed up my stuff.
But as I was in the on deck,
That's
I
not a
was like,
joke.
Jeff, give me a chance, man. That's what I was thinking in my head. I didn't want to say it to him because I didn't want to screw up his vibe.
Yeah.
Jeff, he was determined. He laid down a bunt, got on. I get up in the box. I think it was the first pitch I saw. I just put it right on the line, and I get on. I'm like, let's go.
Close to the line.
Well, close enough. I mean, shit, man.
Come on. Like I'm going to let him have this like straight up? No.
So then we got runners on first and second.
Mhm.
How would you go from there? I just felt like
So then this is where the kick happened. So we got 10 minutes of setup.
the kick.
So
And then you lost the game.
Yes.
2 runners happened. There's a kick.
Will Monroe.
Big Will.
Yeah.
Bud Heavy Monroe.
Chris
Yeah.
Monroe.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Mhm.
Blast one out into right field. It's a good kick. I see it come off, though, and it's one of those you're like, oh, yeah, they got this. Like, they're going to catch this. Ball game over. But then the ball, as it was doing that day with the wind, floats right into the gap. Like it was just – I mean, I don't want to give it all to the wind because it was a good kick. He aimed it right in the freaking gap.
Mm-hmm.
And so sneak attacks right fielder and their right center fielder, which was Mr. Newton, and I forgot the
Jay
female, maybe Undo little.
Gonna do little play for hammers.
Yep. Coming in together, and like not a mistake on their part. It was one of those like it was perfectly placed.
Yeah.
And Newton goes up off his hands, and not like off his hands, like off his hands
tips.
doing this number,
Yeah.
and it bounces back past him. And at that point, like you could feel it. I did it. I think Ben, who was standing next to, do that like, because when the ball bounces like that in the outfield, you're like, oh,
It's game
shit.
on.
Like, home run ball.
Yep.
However, doesn't go that far. Female player whose name I can't remember recovers to Maya.
I think it was Carrie. Probably Carrie.
Yeah, she was, quick on her feet, seeing the tap up. She gets it to Newton, who spins. He throws a laser to McCoy, who's come out to that second base area where he catches and does nearly like Brent, if you think I was shitting you about this, I was not, because anyone there who will confirm this, catches and does this spin. He did one of those, like, I call it the Wes McLean throw, this. And he goes right into a spin, and Randy, standing over the plate, doesn't move.
I saw that part.
Yeah. Doesn't, he's standing there. When you throw a ball from there, you're thinking, it's going to go, catcher's going to have to make a play.
Yeah.
No, he didn't have to leave the ground. He didn't have to move left or right. The ball took that weird sort of route that those throws take, but went whoop just into his hands.
There was nothing I can do.
Except be faster.
So then, long story short, then Jeff Rounds gets a run in. Brent Rounds gets tagged out at home. And you skipped sprints this morning. After all that, you skipped sprints.
I did, didn't I? Shit. Oh, man. Now I feel guilty.
But about as exciting a final play as you can get in a finals game.
Yeah, so the punchline, I guess, is my whole,
Devlin to Wentworth.
Well, there's that. That's the angle, too.
7-5.
Handed you the out. You handed him the lifetime lead.
Lucky number
I was just
7.
saying, he put it out of reach, man. I don't know. I just don't know. No, but I guess what was I going to say? I don't know. I've been thinking about that play a lot over the last week. Tough times, man. It was crazy, though. Like you said, that atmosphere, I'm sitting there, stepping up into the play. I was like, I'm not going to be the last out of this fucking game. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. And then like a play later, I'm the last out of the fucking game. What are you going to do? But I couldn't see where the ball was. I rounded second, and I picked up Dom, who was third base coaching, and it was –
yeah, I know.
He was waving me. He was very vocal. I didn't break stride the entire time. It was, I was on my horse, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a reason why McCoy
Just your horse is a mule.
I mean, I felt like I was pretty fast, but pretty fast for me is different.
So congrats. It's a sneak attack.
Yeah, sneak attack.
Yeah, Randy Devlin. That motherfucker.
With number 7.
Number 7.
Yeah, you got number 7. Kyle Lewis put another one on the resume.
Yeah.
Who was it? I think it was Aaron Bobby before the last inning said, hey, I'd like to start this championship streak thing now, and which he did. So congrats to him, and I think Matt Mitchell. Maybe I think Chris is Bennett 1-1.
Yeah, Bennett 1-1 with the situation.
Okay, so I know that those two guys.
McCoy is his first.
Really?
Yeah. He never won one. I mean, he's only played a couple seasons at Peninsula. He played with the 5 Clackers. He played with the Foot Snipers. So this was his first. So
as I discussed Friday night during the podcast, you just always like to see, if you're not in it, you want to see some noobs. Not that they're noobs. People who've never won.
Fresh faces.
Yeah. Hoisting the trophy. So it was cool to see. I was really supportive of that after I heard that comment, like going into the last inning. I was like, all right, yeah, this is what I like. There are people on both sides who haven't won, and like someone's going to get there first. That's cool.
Yeah, it was a great game. I mean, really one of the best games that I've ever been involved in. I'm glad we were able to go out guns blazing, though. It would have felt pretty deflating to, just go 1, 2, 3 in that last inning. I know. I'm trying to get this done, man.
I know this is why that is the reason why there where I start looking at the clock and go, really, we just spent 45 minutes talking about this tournament and we haven't.
It was a great tournament.
It was all right. It wasn't my favorite tournament.
You know what my favorite tournament was?
I don't want to start this conversation because it's going to go on for another 20 minutes.
You guys gonna stall?
The one that I won. That's it.
You need to get faster at putting pictures on a.
Yeah, dude.
Come on, man.
You want to know what
not go to college?
Like?
I could build a PowerPoint presentation in 37 seconds.
I show up at 6:55 a.m.
I'm on slide 31 and I started this.
Yeah.
You start at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, you're copy and pasting shit.
But I'm also trying
I'm putting like straight
hour and 45 minutes.
No,
all right,
man.
We got all Peninsula teams. We promised those. I'm sure that's the only thing you've been watching for. So
you guys give me 5 more minutes. Talk about something else.
Oh my god!
All right, I'm gonna just chill out because I got to pee or something.
Yeah, well, you trying to make us another drink now?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I'm working on it. I'm trying to do something special. I work a ton. I fucking spend 2 hours of my life every day in a car. Like, I would have had this done earlier if I would have had time.
So,
where's a picture of
all Peninsula teams. I would say how many people voted, but Brent knows that.
Well,
Brent was really chintzy with the results this year.
Let's say
for obvious reasons.
There was a little chintz.
100. We had 160 ballots.
This is what I get for only voting once every year.
Well,
if only I'd stuffed the box, JFK style.
That's what she said.
160 ballots and 21 of them were thrown out for trying to slip one by me. I say it every year. I'll say it again. You guys think that I won't check every single line item and make sure people aren't cheating? You're wrong.
I don't have a lot of time to spend on kickball stuff. I check every ballot to see.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. I do have a lot of time. Well, no, I don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, you did.
I have very limited time, and that's why I don't appreciate people wasting it by trying to cheat the All-Peninsula ballots.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I didn't. Again.
Maybe I would have had this PowerPoint presentation complete had some people show a little bit more integrity. And I'm talking to you, hot dogs and tacos, and I'm talking to you, kick pitches get money.
Oh, KPGM.
Yeah, trying to stuff the ballot.
Oh man, dude. I mean, I know it's sexy to stuff the ballot, but you don't want to do it, man.
Nope.
You get caught every time.
Every time.
Every time.
Every time.
It's like temptation just staring you in the face.
Yeah. Want to vote for Jeff Schilt 3 times for pitcher?
No, you can't do that.
Nah. It's against the rules. Not on my watch.
Mm-mm. Who would deliberately do that to their own teammate and then cost him a ballot because he now did not receive any votes?
Perfect time for me to talk about
He didn't receive any votes. If you're on a team and you think he's a good pitcher, put him as first pitcher, and that's it. Why put him at 2 and 3? Then you just wasted a vote.
I'm with you, man. More harm than good.
Yeah. Cheaters never win, and winners never cheat, unless you're the Patriots.
Real day. You know what? This is the first year.
The lights
These keys. Oh, it's funny.
I'm almost there, dudes.
I pretty legitimately just voted how I actually thought things went, not.
You know what? I will say that I agree with a lot of people that the ballots with the offensive stats really an eye-opener, really changed my opinion on a lot of things. I gave some people some recognition that I normally wouldn't have. And that's thanks to all the hard work and dedication of those stat trackers every week.
Yeah, man. I enjoyed the stat keeping.
Although they did mess up a couple of times. So I don't know how accurate all those stats were. But there were times when I had doubles and they marked me as singles.
Yeah, there's a margin of error.
Yeah. I would say confidence interval is like what? 6%? Does that make sense? I remember confidence intervals a little bit, but I don't mess with them no more.
Our score of 74. All right. Fault in Our Stars. I read the book. I enjoyed the book.
Is this about celebrities or astronomy?
It's about a book.
The Fault of Our Stars, right?
Fault in Our Stars. It's about kids with cancer.
Oh.
It's a comedy. Man, I hate cancer, dude. I raise money for it.
It's true.
That's true. I do. Man, stop, man.
You raise money. Yo, that's a fucking travesty.
Which reminds me, I still have the big $5 donation.
We got 14 viewers. People are definitely trying to see who won these.
People are definitely trying to hear about A Fault in Our Stars.
Well, you did advertise it, so we don't want to. Yeah.
Yeah. Matt Galp wants to know if I could talk about it without crying. And you know what? I read the book without crying. I watched the movie without crying. So you're goddamn right. I'm going to cry here between my bros talking about the film and the book. As I put out earlier, the most heartbreaking line in the book, and they use it in the film. The dude who plays Augustus Waters is shit. Like, if you only watch the movie, yeah, you might think it's kind of good. Fine. Whatever. But he sucks. He's not what you imagine. I think Aaron Thompson confirmed that opinion of mine, so I feel strongly about it with Aaron by my side.
All right, I'm ready for the.
Yeah, all right, shut up. But you know what, Brent?
Does the kid live?
You don't get.
Spoiler alert.
You don't get to choose if your heart gets broken. You only get to choose who breaks your heart.
That's a good one. I like that one.
And in Brent's case, he chose Randy Devlin to break his heart. Like a bitch.
I chose the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, I chose a number of.
All right.
Let's do this.
Strippers at arcades.
How do I do presentation?
Jesus Christ.
I made you PowerPoint for years.
How do I do? Where am I?
Look.
All right.
Is that?
Yeah.
So we're just like not going to talk. Can we just do a slideshow and put it on for 5 seconds and put some music behind it?
Awesome music behind it. Reggae Shark.
Yeah. And it would just be kind of like one of those slideshows that you watch at like a wedding or something.
I will remember you. What's the name of that song?
You hit that note. Go with One Shining Moment, the March Madness. One shining moment, that moment in time.
Is that from a Disney movie?
I'm going to go with something a little different.
Okay. That's a good choice.
Okay. Put this on loop.
Oh, if I click the description, I get an amazing way to make cash from home.
Oh,
Do I want to make cash from home?
that, dude. It's not.
Oh, he's on mute.
No, you're not.
He's on mute down there.
No, you're on mute.
Main mute. Now you got to restart the song. Now you're going into the song halfway. Oh, God. Okay.
Is this the actual song?
I don't know.
Yeah, this is like the karaoke version.
Boo. We've wasted so much time now. So much time.
Hold on. I got something even better coming.
Is this in any specific order, Brent?
It's third team through second, then first.
Nice.
All right, so we
Is that
have.
DMX?
Let's start it off with the third team, All-Peninsula. From the heads, Mr. Jeff Morehart.
For what position?
Pitcher. Maybe pick a song with like a long.
Yeah, Jeff. That's what I like to see. Throwing that sauce.
My teammate, left-handed pitcher, keep people off balance. Big leg offensively, just mentioned earlier.
Against the kills.
Against the kills. Hey, man, he does against anyone, man. He'll do it against you. He'll burn you.
Has he? I kicked a home run against Matt.
Let's get it with first base. From the situation, Franklin Council.
I love Mr. Frank Council.
Good hands. Good, powerful line drives.
Is there a more positive man on the field than Franklin? If there is, you show me that man, because I haven't seen him.
It's a good dude. Charger, Mr. Ricky Holmes, Richard from the Hammers. For my money, I think he's one of the best, if not the best, pure leadoff kickers in the entire country, which will probably make him one of the best leadoff kickers in the entire world.
And I would love to. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Just love to drop that new bombshell. Richard's coming back home in the fall, back to the spring. Already got his 81 jersey.
In the fall? What's he doing in the spring?
What's this? Oh, yeah, the spring. You know what I meant.
Ricky Holmes coming home. Next is Hammer's teammate at catcher for third team, Alex Nochter. Let's see what's going on.
Very sexy catcher.
Good looking guy.
Next, we talked a lot about this guy, one of the all-time greats at the utility position, whether it was pitching, outfield, a little bit of charger, first base. A guy can do it all. Mr. McCoy Wood for sneak attack. Going into the females. Woo-hoo! From Boom. A perennial All-Peninsula.
Motherfucker! Fuck!
Haley Brown.
Yeah.
Making her first appearance on the All-Peninsula team. This Amy Kobe.
Turn that music back up.
Yeah.
Amy played lights out for the spring as this season. Very well deserved. Getting on base. I think the average was close to 650. Very excited. Catching balls in the outfield. The intelligence. I was so happy for her.
Well deserved. Breakout season. From Breaking Bread, a third team All-Peninsula female, Lisa Rock. You know her, obviously one of the most athletic ladies in the league. Whoops.
They're saying the pictures aren't changing.
They aren't changing. No, they aren't. How's that?
Well, yeah, and then when you look at it there, it's not, Brent.
No.
Yeah, I guess you can't share your desktop and do a PowerPoint. You
Let's do
gotta.
it now.
Okay.
We'll go back to the pictures at least so we can see it. Oh, man. I went through all this freaking effort.
Yeah. See, this is what we're talking about here.
Oh, man. Moving on. Can someone confirm the
Okay, yeah. Are we seeing pictures now? Manny, tell me if we got pictures. Mary Lee, tell me if we got pictures.
Oh, okay.
Dang, man.
Merely commented, what you
Marilee's funny. Like when an older person at work gives a presentation, you have to sit there and just mentally yell, "Hit the button!" We're hitting the button because we can see every picture here,
say.
Mary
Lisa
Lee.
Rock's
I don't-
no, like, oh yeah,
I'll show you.
it's behind.
Well, it's always going to be a few seconds.
Yeah. All right, so the pictures are working now. I think you got it.
You
You old man. You've been having trouble with this PowerPoint all day.
All right, Lisa Rock, Breaking Bad.
Yeah, hey, hold on.
Let me get some other hype music here.
All right. Also from the Hammers.
Well, this is just totally hit the fan, so we might as well just cut this whole crap off.
I know.
This has just ruined it.
You guys will see the blog post when I'll put it up.
Yeah.
All right. Danny Buchanan.
George, what the hell am I listening to?
Yeah, what? Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You know I don't listen to rap music.
I think you should find a song with a longer intro. That's all.
Yeah. That's why you're not the best podcast.
I know.
I'm about to walk off.
Danny Buchanan from the Hammers, very solid in the outfield. Just really,
Get your hand off me.
she's always been great in the field. But what stood out for me most with Danny is over the last year, for me playing with her in the Hammerheads, offensively, she's become very reliable. Just all the practice that she's put in for both teams, her and the hustle, and just a great, well-deserved.
Absolutely.
For the Heads, we have Mr. Joe Prezo earning third team
Charger?
outfielder.
Oh, that's
He
interesting.
played outfield this year. Schwartz, hater. Joining him in the outfield for the third team is Mr. Michael Ramey from
Well,
the
he's
Hammers.
MVP.
So, what's that?
Nothing.
We
How
also
much
acquired back to the Springer for the spring.
Got on base.
I do want to give a shout out to
Scored runs.
honorable mention outfielder Mr. Nathaniel Johnson.
Don't do that.
Just missed it.
Just by hair.
Yeah.
All right, we go into the second team. I ain't got any pictures of Blake Calici. So it's just a blank.
I definitely wanted Brent to use the picture that was on his Facebook profile of him in the John Cena shirt, but it did not make the cut.
Well, I did use it. You just can't see him. It's a nice Friday Night Lights. I like it.
It's explosions in the sky, Brent.
I'll allow it. Blake Calici didn't have a great. Matt, you mentioned earlier the offensive
The offensive stats, yeah.
right? He did not have a good offensive season.
It's like 192 average, I think. 143.
Get some facts, come back and see me.
Well, I knew it was in the ones.
Very few pitchers can dominate a game like he can. Just got that bowling style, throws hard, just a great, certainly his absence on Saturday hurt the situation's cause for a third title. From the Hammers at first base, second team All-Peninsula, Alex A.J. Jackson. Outstanding hands, great range in the field. Offensively, can do everything. He's fast. He's a five-tool player.
I think I definitely voted him my number one, playing with him on Pop Pop.
Too.
Yeah.
Just vote Remy number 2.
Salty. Second team, All-Peninsula Charger, Mr. Dom Smith from the Heads. Strongest arm in the league. I think that's fair to say. I don't think that's a controversial opinion. That dude can throw.
Yeah. Dude has some good dental hygiene, too. Have you seen his teeth? Very, very nice teeth.
Beautiful.
I hear he irons his undershirts.
I would, too, if
some
I was
inside info.
Some good inside information.
Someone got to do their job around here. Someone as the third best podcaster's got to bring something to the table.
It's a hard-working dude.
Yeah.
Me or him?
Both.
Both. Trey Simmons from Boom.
Don't remember that guy.
From out of nowhere. No picture of Trey.
Yeah, I didn't have the picture of him.
Oh, you should have asked me.
I should have.
Yeah.
We were already into the podcast.
Should have sent me a text. We need to get those little earpieces so you can just we can get the director to.
It's hard to believe this is his first full season. Didn't he start in the summer?
Yeah, he was on Solange with me. Yeah.
First full season, and the guy kicked near 90%. Just a great.
Who was in that top 3 for the summer kicking out?
I don't remember either.
Yeah,
that's a while ago.
I remember one of them.
Second team All-Peninsula Utility. Daniel Shaw, whether it's pitching, first base, really just an all-around contributor. A little bit of that rover position in the outfield, a little bit.
My favorite thing about Shaw is when you try to kick that little
4 innings this season.
You try to kick that little arc over the pitcher to the second base outfield. It doesn't happen. He grabs it. His wingspan when he puts his arm strip in the air is like 15 feet. You can't stop it.
Nope. Second team, ladies infield, Julia Hernandez from Sneak Attack. I got a chance I was teammates with her. She was one of my 5 o'clocker teammates last fall. Just a tremendous athlete. Really a lot of soccer in her background. So she's offensively just a tough out for the ladies. So well deserved. Glad the voters recognize her because she's a little bit low key, a little bit profile, but voters know talent when they see it.
That's right.
Bullshit they do.
Molly Lewis, Sneak Attack. Another person who I used to be teammates with on the Emperor's Club way back in the day. We won a title together.
That's cool.
Yeah. Now she's coming back. She's still winning titles.
One of them AFL titles, right?
No, man, those are legit. We beat JFK that night.
I like anybody that's married to Brett Favre.
Second team, All-Peninsula from Rumspringa. Another one of those ladies, Keisha Warner.
Keisha plays lights out. We put her a lot of times.
I agree with one.
A lot of times in that third slot, we have her bunting. Her bunts are on point. She does travel with you guys on the
dickheads.
Yeah. All right. And really has taken a spot in the outfield. We usually put her in left outfield. I rely on her heavily to catch them bowls. So,
the bowels.
Yeah, very much deserved.
Jill Sims, Heads. I couldn't really have a good picture to use of her, so this is the best I could do. But
FIU.
Jill locks it down in right field for the Heads. Just very, very reliable, very solid. One of the fastest ladies in the league, and one of the most precise bunters. She always just like Julia, very tough out.
Mm-hmm.
So no rest when you get to Yeah, really, for most of the season, she was kicking around 7th or 8th for us.
The Sparrow.
The Sparrow. Joined her husband on the second team All-Peninsula.
A lot of chemistry there.
The situations, Jeremy Edge also joins the second team All-Peninsula outfield. Here you see him with his son. Giving a shout out. It's okay to laugh, Matt. Why you hold it? Edge is one of the best bunters, just pure bunters in the game. I mean, that guy just paints the line and really just like a machine. All right, no other thoughts. Joining him in the second team outfield,
we're in catcher,
Mr. Brian Neal for the Hammers. This Brian Neal actually led the league this year for RKIs. I mean, he did damage anytime he came up with runners on base. Just deadly. He had 14 RKIs.
Really good catcher.
Sometimes I'm like, Neal, I'm like, hey, I mean, he's a good player, but is he that good? Then I saw his offensive stats. I was like, holy crap, this dude's a monster, man. Yes, I will vote for him.
Yeah. That's the look he gets when he drives in.
He's one on the ballot. So I can vote for him.
Let's go on to the first team, starting off with pitcher. We talked about him throwing gas in those finals. Well, he did it all year long.
I'm 7 for 7 against him. I disagree with this.
Kyle Tyson. You being the exception, because I think most people in the league probably struggle against him.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a well-rounded player. He doesn't just bring it on the mound, but he's also one of the best, I'd say, offensive weapons too.
Yeah.
He knows what you need him to do, he'll do it. The guy's fast.
Mm-hmm.
I need him to bring me a sandwich right now. Will he do that?
You don't need, you want.
Yeah.
I got to tell my nephew. He said, Uncle Brent, I need that toy. I was like, you don't need that toy. You want that toy.
Way to bring Brad, Uncle Brent.
Hey, trust me, man. You don't need that sandwich.
Oh, now the fat joke. Oh, yeah.
First team All-Peninsula. First base. The Heads, Nick Anderson. You talk about a guy who can kick some line drives. I think you can look at Nick Anderson as he's a gentleman who can just hit those gaps.
Yeah, good hustler, I would say. Man, playing with him on a couple of teams, that dude is all over the place. Just always there making plays.
He'll hang in there too. Like when we talk defensively at first baseman, he's not the tallest guy, but he's got good hands. He knows when to bail out on an off-target throw, and he's tough. And that there were several times this season where he would come across the baseline and snag a ball, take some contact, and then hang on. So very tough dude.
Built forward tough.
The next we got really the Barry Bonds of this league. Not for performance-enhancing drugs as far as I know, but just in general.
You got to test them.
Stats, yeah.
Yeah.
This guy just didn't make an out all season. That wasn't a sacrifice. He kicked 1,000. He was right up there in the RKI race at 12 or 13. Kicked at least 1 or 2 home runs, a couple triples. He got walked 5 times because people know who he is at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, ridiculous. And not to mention that he's an amazing Charger who just fields the position probably better than anyone else. Even after he hurt himself in the VA Freedom tournament and was limited, he couldn't throw overhand because his shoulder was hurt. So he just chest passed all tournament and still –
which is a strong weapon in his repertoire, the chest pass.
Yeah, a chest pass harder than pretty much anyone can throw overhand, which is just ridiculous.
He's like the John Stockton of Waka.
Yeah, so Dom Smith is incredible. And as much as I wanted to vote for my teammate for number 1, I mean, Gene is just the best. I think he's probably the league's MVP if there were such a
The cat's meow, in some circles would say.
Shorts.
He's good.
All right. Why are you upset, man?
No.
You seem upset. Man, now I'm upset.
Me too.
Randy Devlin, sneak attack, first team All-Peninsula catcher. He's great. I love Randy. He's my friend. The 7-time Wentworth Trophy winner, just incredible. There's only been 16 Wentworth Trophy winning teams. He's 40-something%.
Yeah, he's
on math, but
45?
42.5.
42.5%. So,
Yeah.
way to go, Rain Man.
Yeah. He's just an attractive man. Very nice man. Just I could go on this man crush. Let me tell you something about Devlin. When we had him on as a special guest, I think it was the first time I talked to him. I don't know about Jorts. This man ends up talking to us for like an hour and 15 minutes after we went off the air. Sold me in my book.
Yeah, I think he's we were trying to get him on this week.
He still owes us because we bought him for those appetizers and podcast time, and we never cashed in on it.
He's traveling to Denver because he wants to do it in person.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Well, so he owes us appetizers.
Yeah, maybe we set it up next week.
Yeah.
I interview him about
Mm-hmm.
this one with trophies.
Yeah.
And
Maybe he can bring all 7 of them with him.
And his first team All-Peninsula.
Do you give him little replicas of the trophy?
I should.
Yeah, like little mini ones?
I should not.
So you can bring them all in a sack.
Joining him on the first team at the utility position was Danny Anderson.
Sexual chocolate himself.
Who led off for the situation. Just incredible. I think he only made 1 or 2 outs all season.
Did not get out till the last week of the season.
Yeah, didn't get out until the last week of the season. But
Who jinxed him on that one, man?
Well, he scored. Like every time he got on, he scored. He had like 13 runs, or 14 runs, something like that, which is just speed.
He's a very swift dude.
Yeah,
very aggressive too.
Gave him a lot of options too, as far as playing, charger or catcher. Yeah, outfield. He played outfield too. Yeah, it's just whatever he needs. It's just a pure athlete.
Big fan of the arm tassels that he sports.
Yes. Joining him also from the situation, going to the ladies, we got Kirsten Lewis, a veteran kickball player, twin sister of Kyle Lewis from Sneak Attack. Just good kickball genes in that family. She's reliable in the field. She's one of the best bunters in the game. I think it's fair to say.
Mm-hmm.
Great player.
I agree. And the coach of VA Hustle.
Yep. Good leadership. Speaking of,
that's some leadership right there.
Someone you have intimate knowledge of, Miss Katie Lytle.
Yeah.
Joining from Rumspring on the first team. She had a monster year.
She was very well. I mean, offensive juggernaut. The leadership is where it all comes from. She's like,
Best picture of her.
Yeah,
I was rushing.
I think she's dancing. I don't know, or she's probably yelling at me. One of the two. But the leadership qualities is there. I mean, she's pretty much like an assistant coach. I mean, she's not on the ballot for coaches as far as the teams are concerned or as a captain. But, getting the girls in position, showing them what to do each play, what the situations are, just very valuable to the team in that aspect.
Yeah, no, she stepped up all around, kicked over 700. Big reason why you guys were so successful this year.
And never drops a thing in a serious situation. Rely on her heavily.
All right. Joining her from the heads, we have Lenora Harper. Another first team All-Peninsula nod for her. My teammate.
Speed.
Just, pure speed. Very, very much improved on the offensive side. She's always had the speed, but now she's starting to get that consistency when it comes to putting the ball down. I think the knock on her had been that she has a proclivity to put a bad bunt out there, but not so much this year, man. She's a tough out. And defensively, at second base, she just she was a trap, man. If you try to kick the ball there, you weren't going to have a lot of success. So great player.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kyle Lewis. Joining his sister on the All-Peninsula team. Fan of the podcast.
Yeah. All-Peninsula male model is more like it.
Frequently get a lot of feedback from Kyle. Make sure he gets his just desserts. Well, hey.
Serve with a big spoon.
Yeah, whether we talk about this man enough or not, that's debatable. But the league knows who he is.
Yes.
They know what he does. Again, great bunter. Just a lot of experience. Just tremendous player.
Can you see this man in a denim commercial? I don't know if you want to do it as Wrangler or Levi's, something. I mean, look at that man. Just,
It's a handsome man.
He is.
So the Lewis family, really boasts three members. Because his wife Molly, we talked about her earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So just, hey,
Juicy boy.
Juice Fitzgerald.
Had one of the best catches that I saw all season when you guys played the situation mid-season in left field. He had a diving catch, and I would have definitely put that on my top 5 plays I saw all year. Was that catch?
Juice is incredible. I think for my money, I think he's the best defensive outfielder in the league. He covers a lot of ground. He gets to balls that, really would be really doubles, triples, home runs. They just turn into long outs because he just tracks them down. And then offensively, obviously the speed is there, so he's tough regardless of where the ball goes. As long as it's on the ground, he's pretty much on base, which gives us a huge advantage because oftentimes at the 3 spot, he's coming up with runners on first and second, which is traditionally a sacrifice situation. You just put the ball on the ground up 1, you take the out at first. Well, with him, he puts the ball on the ground up 1. More often than not, he's on first and we got bases loaded. So he did that all season long. Just a great player. And that's the end of the slideshow.
Nice. Good work, Brent.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Are we still screen sharing?
I like how it goes back to his.
I think, yeah. Yeah, it's back to us.
Sweet.
I think. Can you see us?
I think everybody clicked off their browsers now. They're like,
it's Inception.
Whoa.
Oh, no.
Whoa.
What's going on here?
I'm pretty sure if I was watching now, I just clicked off because I threw up on myself.
We got 17 viewers right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Don't act surprised.
There you have it. I mean, we got some other did we talk about some of the other awards? I mean, I didn't get a chance to put them on the slideshow. But we had is it still showing the screen? I hope it's not. No, it's showing us.
Just showing us.
I think.
All right.
Rookies of the year.
Yes. Yes.
Lots of good nominees here. Getting vote. Adam Shelton from Kick Pitches, Jason Finkel from Run Spring, Trey Simmons got some votes. Max Kutch from Resting Pitch Face, but the winner of the male Rookie of the Year was the catcher for Hot Dogs and Tacos, Mr. Eric Kozma. He's a guy who he's gotten the bug. You can tell. I think he's going to be really good once he gets the hang of it. He's a fast dude, very quick. Just really raw.
I wonder what that says because you talked about Trey Simmons, who wins a second team All-Peninsula award, yet falls short of Rookie of the Year. I mean, it just shows like you need to take a little time and find out who this Eric Kozma kid is. If he's winning rookie stuff, we gotta take more notice of this man here.
Well, you know what I chalk it up to? I voted for Trey Simmons, but I think I chalk it up to the fact that Trey is so good. I don't think a lot of people realize that
he was a rookie.
Yeah.
I actually asked you at one point, I think, I was like, is Trey a rookie? Can I vote for him on this?
So I think I would chalk it up to that. Female Rookie of the Year, getting multiple votes. Jessica Scarlett from Chaotic Kills, Haley Smith from The Situation, Livette Adkins from Hot Dogs and Tacos, and Kim Cooper from Foul Balls. But the winner was Kick Pitches Get Money's Mary Kennedy. who
Yes.
had a tremendous offensive season. She just every week seemed like she was in the Players of the Week on the blog post. Just she very consistent and one of the best all-around ladies. She actually got one of my All-Peninsula votes.
Mm-hmm.
I think I put her on first team on my ballot.
Yeah, I definitely had her for female rookie of the year.
There wasn't, the ladies
Outfield.
didn't have,
Yeah.
They didn't have first, second, and third. It was just all vote your top 6, but still,
Mm-hmm.
I put her on there.
Right.
I would have put her first team.
Yeah.
Comeback player of the spring. This one was a tough one because there are a lot of people who split the votes, but we actually have 3 co-winners of the comeback player of the spring. So we get the foul balls, Dennis Golson, who did not play in the spring.
My boy.
Came back in and just great to have in the league, great to have around. We have Recess Rejects represented by Jonathan Williams, who actually, if you'll recall, towards the end of the spring, maybe the middle of the spring, he hurt his knee, and he missed the end of the season, missed all the summer, and then got back in there probably about a month or so into the fall, and immediately started contributing to a feisty Recess Rejects.
Yeah. Remember him documenting his rehab trials and tribulations for us to see.
Yeah. And then also Manny Zapata for resting pitch phase earns comeback player of the fall. And then he had a knee injury through the spring, came back, and by the end of the year, he was dropping bombs and helping them win playoff games. My vote went to a guy, John Vrooman, who he got some other votes too, but those ballots were thrown out because they were cheating cheaters.
Ooh.
I know. So I was like, man, I felt like he probably deserved to win. He came back from a surgery and pitched really well for Balzan. And then I guess the moment everyone's been waiting for. 3 up, 3 down, best member.
Oh, this is why George walked away.
Yep. And the winner is Brent Wentworth.
Oh, by a hair.
No, I came in last.
Oh.
I got 36 votes. George got 45, and then Matt Welbrot 58 votes in a landslide to win best 3 up, 3 down commentator.
Brent, I'm humbled by this, but they don't call it 1 up, 1 down. They call it 3 up, 3 down.
That's right, man. This
is a team.
3 ways.
This is a team.
That's right.
Everybody on this team has a role, and we are doing our roles respectively. I don't think you get as much credit as deserved for the amount of work you put in. I'm just saying, setting up the stuff. You see how I try to do with these computers when you're gone. It takes me like an extra 20 minutes. All the facts that you guys get done, I just get to sit here and drink and say funny stuff. But very humbling. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
We all bring different things to the table.
Yes.
I just thought it was fun. I think you're vindicated now. People probably felt bad because you got snubbed on the best dressed.
I think so. I really think I got the sympathy vote on that one.
So that's it. I mean, I'll have the MVPs. I didn't get a chance to calculate all those write-ins there. I got maybe halfway through it. But I'll have those up on the blog sometime this weekend. And yeah, there's some really good recognition out there. So we're not going to run through all those. But yeah, man, a great season. I thought this season was tremendous.
I had a great time. I love the parity in the league, like you talked about. Even the teams that finished in 18th, 17th place, giving the top teams a run for their money. That's all you can ask for in a league this size, is that everybody just is competitive, has fun. I mean, enjoys each other's company afterwards. Yeah. I mean, going to that tournament, I showed up, just one little side note, walking through and just saying hi to everybody. Everybody is together, mingling, sharing coffee, sharing cookies. I mean, sentimental side, but it's fun. It's fun to have a league like this. Man. Yeah.
Lucky's was awesome that night. So cool. All right. Well, I think
we have a 2-month break. A 2-month break. We do this week in and week out. A 2-month break. What are we going to do with ourselves?
89 episodes we've done. So I don't know. We might do Yeah, like I say, we might, if we can get Randy out one night, maybe we'll do another episode. But sign up for Winter League, VA Raptor. Registration's open, so kickball.com. Yeah, you can't wait until April to play this beautiful sport of Waka kickball.
Not at all. Layer up, too. You thought if it was cold at the tournament, you have no idea.
It doesn't get much colder than that, man. If you're able to survive an entire day at the tournament, you'll like VA Freedom or VA Raptor.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Heard that? You're not. If you don't, then you're just not a man or a woman.
Or a woman, yes. All right. That's why I grew this beard. It's my face every one. See you guys.